The British author Douglas Hyde once wrote for the Communist Daily. To smear the Catholic Church, he bought Avro Manhattan's book, The Catholic Church Against the 19th Century. And he read it, but something strange happened. He writes, "Instead of giving ammunition against the church, I learned something about the church's social teaching." Avro Manhattan wrote the book to make people anti-Catholics, but it helped me to make me pro-Catholic instead. Something like this happened to Joseph in our first reading today. His brothers tried to destroy him, but instead of destroying him, they ended up doing just the opposite. When bad things happen to us, how convinced are we that God can bring something good out of them? The stone which the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Psalm 118 says. Pope John XXIII received a group of Jewish rabbis in his early days of his pontificate. And all were touched by his simple greeting. He said, "I am Joseph, your brother." And this friendly attitude of the Pope opened up a new era for the Jewish-Christian relations and positive developments within the Church's ecumenical community. "I am Joseph, your brother," Joseph tells his brothers on their second visit to collect grains. And when they do not understand, he adds, "I am Joseph, whom you sold into Egypt." And none of the words are bitter or reproachful. He tested his brothers, of course. He planted a silver cup in Benjamin's sack to see how they responded. He made a scene in which he revealed his identity as dramatic as he could. I wonder, when his brothers sold him, did Joseph feel terrified? Was he aware of God's plan and was not afraid of the outcome? I wonder if he knew all along that he had a greater purpose and trusted God to look after him. And when Joseph finally revealed his identity to his brothers, his words embodied more than just forgiveness. His words had a sense of knowing and cooperation with God. A wise person is mature and in control of their feelings. And the result is not just self-mastery learned through years of discipline, but also insight into God's plan. They understand that even injustice and hurt suffered silently can be a source of strength. And years later, Joseph realized that he was sent to save his brothers when he was sold to the Egyptians. He repaid the evil his brothers had done to him with the good of protecting them from famine. Joseph's story is a powerful reminder that God can bring good from even the worst of situations. And Joseph's brothers tried to destroy him, but instead helped him fulfill his destiny. Joseph could forgive his brothers, and he was able to see the good God has brought out of their evil actions. Even when things seem bad, God works in our lives. Experiencing true peace and happiness requires forgiveness. As we go about our day today, let us remember the story of Joseph. Let us trust in God's plan for our lives and be willing to forgive those who have wronged us. And when we step out in faith, we can make an impact on the world and people around us.